it's not gonna come out.
No, you tail.
It's not quite a plug-and-play solution.
Some of the parts that we got were wrong.
I feel like I'm letting the whole team down. Cost us £500 on top. I think I'm officially stuck.
We've messed up, haven't we, quite badly on things.
We've got 36 hours to turn this BMW E46 into a track car. We're now 16 hours into this build, so without any delay, let's get started.
And before we start, let me show you some of the parts going into this car today.
Have a look at these massive brake discs for the front. I mean, these probably weigh like 20 kilos. Jeez, it's actually really heavy. You probably can't see that it's heavy because I'm making it look so light. These are still the old wheels. What we've done is actually bought some used slicks and we've put them on here. Half roll cage from SW Motorsport. These calipers, as you can see, they're 6-pot calipers. Yeah, it's a bit of an overkill setup, to be honest. Oh, and the thing I'm most excited about, and it's an M3 CSL style. Super light, can't wait to put this on the car. And these wheels are from Apex. These are the Arc 8 series. It's gonna be very accommodating for the big brake kit that we've got.
A lot of cobwebs under it.
I mean, if I could live in an E46, I would. Plan for today, a good case scenario is to have all this stuff in here.
Hopefully, fingers crossed, this is the easy bit.
Is it off yet?
Oh dear.
Before we begin installing these new parts, there's still a couple of things we hadn't removed yet. The lower control arms and the upper suspension arms, to be precise. But again, it wasn't as easy as I thought.
It's all off it now. It just needs to get a whack.
I think you've hit it the wrong way.
It's not gonna come out.
Is there ever a problem you can't solve?
Nah, that's what grinders are for.
It's supposed to remove the lower control arms at the rear. The ones on the left are a little bit of a challenge because the diff is in the way. Not the cleverest design from BMW.
Can you just lift this up?
So, after messing around with the diff, we finally managed to get the lower control arm off. And as Alfie and Lewis tackled the other one, I started to unpack our shiny new parts.
Anti-roll bars for the front and rear. Adjustable drop links from Suspension Secrets. Pretty cool.
What is your initial thoughts on parts so far? It's definitely different to what I normally do on a day-to-day basis. I'm on race cars all the time, so everything's obviously stripped and cleaned and put back together. We don't deal with rust anymore. This is what I did in my apprenticeship, so I suppose it's just like going back.
You might be wondering, who's Lewis? He's actually a junior rally champion and he's also a race technician who helps Alfie on his races.
Is it on?
No.
Yeah, I think that's upside down.
So here we're assembling but also dismantling the wishbone assembly for the front. I'm not gonna point fingers, but it wasn't me who put it the wrong way around this time. So now that we have the wishbones in place, the front end is starting to look brand new.
Do you think it looks out of place being on like an old rusty car?
Nah, it's not a rusty car anymore. The value's just gone up.
And as the rear had mostly brand new parts, we decided to clean the suspension arms so they didn't look out of place once they're in.
I don't want it to go wrong and then rip you to shreds. Thanks to Napa Auto Parts, we've got all of our service parts for the BMW. So we've got all of our fluids and filters, new drop links for the car, multi-lube for cleaning purposes.
You sure we got enough?
I think so.
Thank you to Napa for supplying us with all of this stuff. I think we're well stocked up to get this E46 on the track.
Just test fitting the brakes, make sure it all fits on.
The discs fit. Obviously we need to put spacers on there for it to actually clear. Yeah, it's looking positive. Shall I go on the other side?
What is that up here?
Blowtorch.
I'm just trying to unseize this. Obviously not been adjusted for years.
What's the blowtorch trying to do?
Hopefully, melt it.
Who gave a 16-year-old a blowtorch?
So in the last couple episodes, we had a few comments suggest why don't you use some heat? So we brought out the big guns, and actually, it worked.
Stick your hands to it and you won't be able to get them off.
Look at that. So we got our coilovers here from BC Racing. Really, really exciting. We had them test fitted earlier. Bolts are loose, so I'm now just tightening them up. This is going to be pretty exciting. We got this adjustable drop link from Suspension Secrets. We got the H&R anti-roll bar, brand new wishbones, and obviously these massive calipers that are going to be here holding the massive big brakes. which is very overkill. Just over 20 hours into this build, so time is now ticking.
We're videoing this.
You might be wondering, why the heck are you shaving the wishbone? It's because we realized the big brakes were actually touching the wishbone. All I can say is, make sure you stick around until the end to find out what really happens.
Go on. I'm now changing the brake lines on the rear. Got a heat gun out on the other side. Brake line successfully installed.
Do you reckon it'll be faster than the Mini?
I hope so, with all the work we put into it.
It's not quite a plug-and-play solution.
We've been making some good progress on the rear end. Now the only thing we needed to do was to add the CV axle to complete it, but we were sent the wrong ones.
We've just got standard drive shafts. Should we have got an M3 drive shaft? The diff's off centre.
Should have 2017, should we?
Okay, yeah, I'll have a look and measure it, yeah. The 330 is the same drive shaft as the M3, but the 325 is smaller. These are 325 ones. You said a lot of places list them as the same, and they're not. I'll rig them back up and just get some Napa drive shafts.
And whilst we were trying to work out how to fit the rear drop links, we realized that the bracket might actually still be on the original anti-roll bar that we binned.
Majestic.
Quite a lot of progress today in terms of understanding how difficult this car actually is. Some of the parts that we got were wrong. We've got a few solutions. One, I'm gonna try and contact the eBay seller, try and see if he can make a bracket that can help us fit the caliper on the car. If that doesn't work, then we need to kind of fabricate a brand new bracket that makes the caliper fit. 23 hours into this build so far. We haven't got that much time left to finish this. Definitely feeling the pressure now.
And yet again, another part that doesn't quite fit. We were starting to get used to this.
Now you tell us.
Well, now something's wrong, I've realised.
Well, we put the rear sway bar upside down.
How did you manage that?
I don't know, it just felt right. We're now installing the rear anti-roll bar. So we set ourselves up to build this car into a track car in 36 hours. Am I nervous? Yes, I am, but I still think that we might just manage to be able to do this. Today, we've actually done quite a lot of stuff. Tomorrow, I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be giving the car a service, and I think I'm gonna be doing that all by myself because Alfie has to go to school. But to summarize what we've done so far.
So today has been full of ups and downs. But in that time, we've managed to fit the anti-roll bars, control arms, we've shaved the wishbones, cleaned the suspension arms, received some awesome goodies from Napa, installed those big brakes and calipers, nearly blew ourselves up, and sent the new tires and wheels to be fitted. We also went scavenging in the bin.
Next day now, and I'm here by myself, and I'm gonna attempt to carry on working on this car. I'm gonna be changing the oil, I'm gonna be adding an air filter to this car, and also removing the front bumper so we can get ready for all of the new parts that start to arrive. So the first thing I'm gonna do here is drain the oil. I just need to remove this bolt. Pretty sure as soon as I remove this, the oil is just gonna start flowing, and that's why I have this here to catch it. Almost about to climax. Almost had it.
It's a very steady stream right there.
It is, right? Look like a cable coming out of the car. I'm so tempted to like go like this.
It's actually so satisfying to watch.
It's very satisfying. This is where I get judged for opening it. Still draining. That's the oil filter. I'm gonna change for a new one. That's the seal. I actually thought this would be harder than it is. I don't know which way around it goes. I assume either way is fine. Fit this back up. I might have like bruised it a tiny bit. This car has probably been serviced so much in the past, and I'm the first person to damage this.
Sometimes you got to go through pain to get through to the other side.
Life advice. Done. We're gonna top it up with new oil.
Should we open them and have a look?
What are these?
Hang on, what's in this one? This one's heavy. Now we've ordered the right part.
That should go into the teeth, right?
Oh no.
That's the right size.
Yeah.
We're just trying to figure out a way we can still mount the same bracket, but just have it a little bit further in. If we add some spacers in here, can we mount that? It's just a temporary solution to see if it fits, but if it does, then we can get something made to go in there.
Now, although the brake discs fit after shaving that wishbone, we realized that the bracket for the caliper didn't actually align the caliper to be sat correctly, meaning it wasn't in the middle. After all, this brake kit was meant for upgrading an E46 M3, not a 330 Ci. So we had to get a little bit creative to make this work.
Yeah,
And then it'll be spot on.
One washer and it'll be about right.
Just measure that up, get one made.
And then we can get the steering arm on, literally the front end,
Yeah.
ready to go, isn't it?
Yeah. That'll actually look great. What a success that was. Alfie's granddad in here gave it one look and thought about what if we just space out the bracket and the caliper fits. So we've got tons of these washers in there to make that space. But now that we know the gap, all we need to do now is just get a really strong spacer that we can put in there. And then this caliper can go on, we can put the steering arms on, put the wheels on, and the front end is complete. Yeah, it's not looking good. I've already been at this for another hour. I kind of feel like I'm letting the whole team down because I've been so slow at it. Usually you would just put your filter down here, but if you look closely, what's the point of the filter if you're still gonna keep all this stuff in there? I'm just gonna go ahead and clean this out, and then we can add a new filter in here. So that's the old one, which to be honest, isn't even that bad. Here's the new one, which goes this way around. Assessing if I've done the job right, had to bring in the expert.
What do we think?
Not good enough, not impressed.
Get a bit of oil on that O-ring before you put it on, didn't you? So it wasn't going on dry. And didn't you read the YouTube video for it or anything? It'll be fine.
Okay. Oh, you watching? Oh, okay. There we go. That oil looks great, by the way. Got the oil in there. That's gonna take some time. The next thing though, let's address this. Gonna add an air filter in here. Made in the USA. Fitting this Mishimoto air filter. Now that I've got this bracket bolted on, I'm gonna put this little thing through here, clamp that on, and then this is pretty much ready. Okay, on this side goes through here. That is a tight fit. It works. I think someone's just arrived from school.
How are you getting on?
Has Sam told you?
He's not told me anything, no. Good or bad?
As soon as the experts left yesterday.
Oh, no way. Who did that? Let me guess. Not you.
What?
Ethan sorted it out with a little bit of help from...
Your granddad.
How do I taste? Well, good.
The tighter I go, the looser it wants to come. Job done. Looking neat. Yours is all right. So whilst Alfie's putting on the steering arms, I'm just gonna remove the front bumper. Straight from school and straight into work in this car. What do you reckon the other kids are doing after school?
Not having as much fun as me, hey?
These brakes, man. The thing is, we keep having good wins as we're putting on the steering arms. We've realized it's actually hitting these brakes.
Granddad's back to his magic.
Cold rub again, because when we run into problems that we can't fix, there's one man who can.
So, here's a major problem. We had the disc rubbing against the wishbone earlier, so we shaved some of the meat to clear it. Now, it's rubbing against the steering arms, and that's no good. So we did the same and shaved some of the meat off of that too. I can promise you, this doesn't end well.
The knuckles are definitely different on an M3.
This brake kit is actually designed for an upgraded M3, which has different sized knuckles. So the only option now was to get one from an M3 and not use the knuckles from our 330 Ci.
Sam, there's only one in stock. Should I just get it?
That's going to solve all our problems.
What's going to happen to this car in the future? What do we do with it? See,
I
why
think
not?
you should get a race license. Do you know your excuses?
Yeah, I've been learning. So it's basically never your fault. It's always the car.
I've been hearing these excuses for about 9 years.
Yeah, well, I learned them from someone.
I never used excuses. I didn't need them. You've not seen all these trophies up here that mine.
Damn, Harvey. So it's the end of day 2 here that we've been attacking this BMW. We've had our ups and downs, I'm not gonna lie. As we were trying to put everything together, the steering rack specifically was rubbing on the disc. We've tried everything. The only thing that's stopping us is the knuckles up here. And these knuckles are obviously from this car, we refurbished them. But I think it's time that we actually get some knuckles from an M3, because if we get those, and everything else should fit without it rubbing against anything. Bit of a setback, because we need to spend a little bit more money. Apart from that, I think we've done a pretty good job today. We're trying to keep our morals high, because we've still got a long way to go. We're coming up close to that 30-hour mark right now. With only 6 hours to go, it's starting to look really tight. I think it's starting to look impossible, but I'll see you again shortly, because I'm gonna call it a day now, and I'll be back here tomorrow morning. And time jump again, and today the goal is to get this car on the wheels so that we can have it ready on Monday to go to a guy that's gonna get rid of all of the rust. Just gonna go ahead, crack on. I'm gonna make sure that we have the calipers and the discs on the other side as well. Obviously, it's gonna be a temporary solution because these knuckles are gonna be going. My goal is, by the end of this video, is to get this car lowered off this ramp and actually on the wheels. We haven't got enough studs, so I'm just gonna put 3 on each side. We have got them on order, so we're gonna have a stud and nut kit, because I assume that we're gonna be driving to the track with our road tires and then changing them for the slicks. So we need to have a quick solution for that. Doesn't that look sick?
Oh, you're leaking.
Oh, too much fluid in there. Ah, there we go.
Ethan, I didn't know you had it like that.
Oh wow, look at that perfect fitment as well. That means it's on. So now this side and that side are all done. So now it's just the rear. It goes this way. Do you know how to find out? Check the other side. Yep, on the inside. I wonder if I should install the disc first before I do this. How the heck did he do that then? Because there's no bolt holding that together. In fact, yeah, it does just stay. It's a good dog. Look at this, yes. Now we're talking. There is no chance this is fitting. It's a tight fit on the other side. Yeah, it's pretty tight. I feel like there's something I'm missing here. Sam will know the answer. I think I'm officially stuck, but at least that's on.
And the answer is that you need a clamp to remove the pressure from the caliper. I just didn't know how to do it without Sam or Alfie being here.
One thing we were thinking of doing was potentially using the original studs, because we haven't got the nuts to actually fit these right now. They're on their way. Yeah, it's barely gonna hold on. Because this is the one that I'm actually concerned, because I don't think this will clear the big brakes. Can't see. Oh, I should have probably brought that tool with me. So Alfie's just arrived. He was out doing some practice race starts. It's way too wide, isn't it? That is insane. The tyre can't really stick out that far, can it?
Can we see what it looks like with no spacer? Maybe we go with a 5mm. Whose idea the 15mm spacer was?
It was actually mine.
ChatGPT was wrong.
And actually, a lot of this build came from ChatGPT. Not only did we buy this car using ChatGPT, but we also used it to suggest how we upgrade everything. It's fair to say that this car was actually built using AI.
Everything is just so tight. It definitely still sticks out.
So no spacer, maybe at all.
5?
So now that we have Alfie and Sam back, we've got all hands on deck. We're trying to get this car finished as soon as we can. The time is really running out right now, and so we're in a rush to try and get this car finished. As soon as we get the wheels on, this car can actually be rolled.
Drive shafts are going in, but because we've built other bits up first, we're kind of probably doing it a bit of a backwards way of doing it. The 330 doesn't fit the M3 this end. Now we've got an M3 for that end, doesn't fit that end.
Grease.
You need some like ASMR to that.
There you go. We found these on eBay from a guy not crazy far away from here. He also seems to have the drive shafts that might work, so we're gonna give him a call and see if we can get them off him. In fairness, we should have just got everything off him at this rate.
Hi mate, how you doing? Oh, we keep coming up with little issues with this car, I think. You're our expert. Yeah, we gave a reg for an M3, so the spline fits, but now the other end to the diff doesn't. They're slightly bigger.
Sorry, so you've gone for M3 drive shafts now rather than 330?
Is that what it is it? We had 325 drive shafts, now we've got M3 drive shafts, but what we need is 330 drive shafts. Is that what you're saying? Because we're having problems at the front end as well, because we're trying to put M3 stuff on 330 knuckles. The bearing's the same.
No, you'll have to go M3. Sorry, let me just think about
That's what we're finding out.
I know people have tried to shave the wishbone off by about 5 mil, but it's a critical part of that lower suspension. I wouldn't.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to touch that, no.
Yeah.
No. Brilliant. Well, thanks for your help. Yeah, we will do, yeah. We've messed up, haven't we, quite badly on things.
This guy was a genius, or maybe we're just a bit stupid. He also told us that some people shave the wishbone and steering arms to make big brakes fit, and told us that would be very dangerous. I mean, good thing we didn't do that, right? But don't worry, we have ordered new knuckles, steering arms and an M3 wishbone, so now we'll be able to fit the brakes and also be sensible in doing so.
Well, Josh, you see, the first drive shafts that arrived were wrong. So then we assumed because we've got the M3 trailing arms at the back, we might need the M3 drive shafts. These are the M3 drive shafts. And now these don't fit on the diff. And now we've discovered we probably actually just need the 330 drive shafts.
If Alfie's granddad worked on this with us, I think this car would have been done
Into 36 hours, probably 20.
And now the car is almost ready to be on its wheels, but there's still this bushing that needs to go in place, and we got creative.
Great, we're done.
That looks insane. Alright, well that's it. We don't need all those parts, right? We just wanted to make it faster. Right now, it wouldn't even be able to steer it.
He's got to go revise for his exams. I'd rather be here playing with cars.
It's not an M3 roll cage, is it?
It is. I think I'll be done.
How do you get it in?
We've been wrong before. Let's take it out. Hiya, mate, you alright? We got your roll cage. Does the door need to come out to get it in, or what's the trick? It's really easy with the door off, but you won't get it in without jacking it.
So just jack one side up.
Oh, there goes the wheel.
Take it towards the windscreen, all the way around. Yes!
Yes!
Rest of that.
Roll cages in.
36 hours was a bit optimistic, wasn't it?
Sometimes you've got to set like really ambitious goals, because even if you don't hit that goal, you'll hit 80% of that goal. And 80% of that goal is higher than what your realistic goal would have been anyway. Yeah.
We've had a good few days, do you think?
We've learned a lot. Have you learned a lot? I've learned a lot.
On the second day, all on your own, you serviced the car, oil change, new strut, air filter.
But I'll definitely change my own brake pads and discs. I might even do my own oil change.
Now added heavier brakes.
Roll cage.
The seats are lighter, so that saved it. We measured the car before, and I think it was 1,500 kilos.
Bang on.
Once we're done with this car, we're going to weigh it again. I'm confident it's going to be lighter.
The engine's no quicker, so trying to make all the time up on the handling and the weight. And the driver?
I'm going to get some training. It's clear to say that we failed building the car in 36 hours. I think it was a very ambitious goal. But we're not going to take it as a defeat. It takes a long time and we'll run into issues like this. But there's always a solution. That's one thing that we've learned. There's always a fix. We've not hit a wall and then thought, nah, it's not possible. But on that note, we're going to end the video here. Thanks for watching. And by the next video, we should have this ready and it should be ready to go on the track and hopefully shave those 4 seconds.
4 seconds.
I think it'll shave more than that.
So there you have it. Pretty ambitious goal to build this car in just 36 hours. Yes, we failed, but we learned so much along the way. Now we're going to carry on building this car, replacing the front end with the new upgraded M3 parts, and in the next video, you'll see this car in action. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it, and please give this video a like and comment down below. This helps us massively. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
Oh, we back. Sometimes you just need to sit